Okay, so for our second league of the 12-hour stream, we're playing some blue-black control. Very similar to the list we 5-0'd with yesterday, except we've added a couple blink of an eyes to the main deck. I'm just going to see how those feel. That's like the main difference we've made since then, though. We're going to go first. We're very enthusiastically going to keep this hand. Yeah, I've really liked cast down so far, in like very small numbers. Oh god, control matchup, supposedly. Alright, let's see if we can beat some Teferis, I guess. Good that I added the Bloodfast. Yep, we're gonna need it. Oh my gosh, so many Gearhawks. They are missing land drops. Grim. I'll take it. Sure. Oh my god. I will take it. So we want these negates, we want this duress, we want this bloodfast, we want these gonties. Kind of want the spyglasses for Teferi, kind of want the consign. We'll just see how much room there is for these. I guess we'll definitely play one spyglass, for sure, anyway. Four-0 scoops turn 5, a true hero. So we need to cut 2 more cards. Kind of like Essence Scatters, there's probably going to be Gearhawks post-board, right? Maybe Blink of an Eye isn't good enough post-board, since we had like boarding in higher impact cards. Like, we can bounce our Gearhawks with it still, and save them from COAs, which is kind of something. You'd keep Blink. Okay. I guess it kills like tokens as well, the 2/2s. Indeed, Amy. These control mirrors are quick, let me tell you. I almost wonder. We're expecting 4 copies of History post-board, right? I don't know. I'm a bit worried about dying to 2/2s. I guess we have Gonties that block 2/2s all day though. You'd put the second. What are you cutting for all this, Larry? Like some sensors? Sensors kind of help you hit land drops though. They counter histories. Our opponent missed their 3rd land drop for 2 turns and conceded. You'd cut the Essence Scatters. They answered Gearhawks so well. But I guess we could cut them. I guess we don't even know that our opponent has many Gearhawks post-board. They might just have like 1 or 2 in their board. Yeah, there might just be no Gearhawks in their board. That's true. That's true. That makes sense. I don't think I'm going to bring in the second Spyglass, but I could see that being wrong. Just don't know how to make room for it. Maybe I just go down to like the 1 blink to make room for this. I could cut a Contempt for a Spyglass. That's the other option. Like, Spyglass is kind of a better Contempt against their deck, because it hits all of their Teferis instead of just 1, and doesn't let them get an activation. Maybe I meant to do that, like actually cut a Contempt. Yeah, this hand is very, very nice. Censor for the turn 3 history. Glimmer to gain some card advantage. Plenty of lands. I'm actually just going to play the Fetid Pools, I think. Really unlikely I actually end up wanting to cycle it. Please no search. Okay. Do not have to face a search, that is great. I'm just going to pass with Censor up here for history. Yeah, I agree. Lyras seem really good. Now that black-red's big. And now that people expect no creatures. Ooh. Kinda want to duress this turn. Kinda like that idea, I think. This is a good duress turn. It like informs the rest of our decisions really well. I'm absolutely censoring this. Resolving our search would also be really nice, but I just want to know my opponent's hand, so I think the information is very valuable. Opponent's done. Was that the fastest control mirror ever? That wasn't very informative. That was not an terribly informative match. I don't feel like I learnt very much. Other than don't miss your third land drop and don't multi 5. Such good testing. I did hear that, Larry. I did hear that. It was amazing. Like, why do you need more than... Why would you ever need more than 5 turns to finish your first game? Five extra turns. Alright. Let's do this. Match number 2. Oh my god, they cast 2 memories and still decked. That's so ridiculous. This is like not a keep, but it's really tempting, right? Cycle the sensors, try and hit your lands. This is way better. This is a good hand. Keep. I'm kind of into the idea of a 4th land. We've got this illumination. This is probably a fine keep. I am not watching that, no, Luke. Not really my jam. Intentionally not, yep. Amy gets it. Oh my god, we're against Jeskai control, probably. I'm probably meant to play the field there. So unlikely we actually want to use it at all, though. Oh my god, this league. I'm just gonna 5-0 to opponents missing their 3rd land drops and learn nothing. I'm not casting this illumination. I don't want them getting to use a counter or anything. Like, let them discard spells. Okay. Now that they've hit their land drop, I'm going to cast the Illumination. Yeah, there's no other good dual lands, so you end up playing Submerged Boneyard just to make your mana really good. It's like obviously not what you want to do, but I could just cast Glimmer main phase to try and hit my land drops. Just like discard these fatal pushes that are doing nothing. I guess we don't actually know what my opponent's playing, but they're probably on Jeskai control based on what they've discarded, rather than like a mid-range deck. Like, if I hit a search for a Scanter, I really want to cast it, right? And just like end this game. Whatever. Yeah, I think Glimmer now is good. I agree. Ooh, Memorial is like the perfect land drop. I will happily take Memorial as my land drop. I think I'm cycling the Sensor against the opponent that's missed land drops this game. As much as I want to find like a threat. Interesting. There's a Teferi. There's a Chandra. That's a nice one to contempt. They exiled on a Braid. I'm just going to keep hold of the Sensor. Don't feel any need to cast it. Scarabian God. We have Blink of an Eyes in our deck, so if this gets cast out, it's not the end of the world. I think I'm just meant to cast this. Riven Learn, thank you so much for the host. Welcome to everyone joining us. We're playing some blue-black control. Currently in our second match of the league against Jeskai. Just like control mirrors all day, apparently. Khan. Alright. Khan resolves. This is pretty good for them. They get to hit their land drop now. I guess we give them the basic. Because it means our Field of Ruin is more likely to become a strip. I guess they're both removed from the deck anyway. It's like strictly worse than the Sulphur Falls. Still don't... Maybe I'm at the point where I cycle this now. Honestly. I think the Sensor's starting to go dead. I'd like to try and find a search or something. Oh wow, that's amazing, Amy. I didn't realize that. Am I just going to contempt this? I might just be contempting this. Like, I could attack it twice with Scarab God, but it's so likely they have an answer in hand to my Scarab God. Yeah, I think I do contempt. I agree, Larry. And I'm gonna attack them with Scarab God. Attack them with Scarab God. Because if they seal in my Scarab God, that's fine. Because we've got some Blink of an Eyes in our deck to rebuy Scarab God later anyway. Are they considering negating this? I think they're considering negating this by the looks of things. Oh, that's really good. Turn their Blink into another Khan. I think I'm just going to let this resolve. Like, obviously I could contempt the Khan in response again. I think letting this resolve is fine. Can like hold up mana in their turn. Let them spend mana on the Khan again. It's not like they get a good card out of the Khan. I haven't decided what to play yet, nope. This is the deck I've been enjoying the most, the blue-black deck. But still don't really know what to play. There's like a lot of viable options. Yeah, I forgot to update the deck list, so it's currently 2 cards off, I think. Alright, Chandra resolves. They could have a spray in hand to try and kill our Scarab God. Or they're just getting Khan in play at the same time. Just like putting 2 Planeswalkers in play. That one's more annoying, because that tucks our Scarab God. Oh, kind of falling behind here. Yeah, so this resolves. I am currently missing the Sensei, yep. So am I glimmering or contempting here? I guess I can just contempt in my turn. I can like try and glimmer towards a counterspell. The Chandra's not actually that scary, I don't think. Because her plus isn't going to do anything, she's just going to build towards ultimate. Obviously the ultimate's scary, but we have a few turns till that. This is interesting. We can like cycle these anyway. I think I want to top these. I'm not 100% on that. I can like spend some turns drawing too. It's kind of tough. I'd love to have a counter spell for the Khan that's hitting the battlefield next turn. This is our 3rd contempt. So it becomes like really hard to actually contempt Planeswalkers once we've dealt with the Teferi. Maybe I actually just have to like keep one bottom one, just so I get more draws towards like a duress or a disallow here. Okay. We have duress in our deck, so I'm just going to cast this now. We can't hold up disallow and exile something. We're like 1 mana short. Scarab God doesn't do anything on this board though. There's no creatures in the yards. So I guess I have to disallow the Khan and let them get a card off Teferi. Otherwise I'm never going to be able to answer the Khan. Exile Teferi. But like then I can never answer the Khan. Disallow the Chandra trigger. What happens if they're not greedy and they go up to 8 loyalty before ultimating though? Like, they are going to get to cast a Khan next turn. I think I have to disallow the Khan and let them get like 1 card off Teferi. And just hope they're drawing a bunch of removal. Hard to believe that this is the game where our opponent missed like their 3rd land drop for 2 turns. And yet they're still just miles ahead. Khan is less than dangerous. So I agree that Khan is less dangerous than Teferi, but we still need to answer the Khan. The Khan is still like very hard for us to beat, I think. And like disallowing Khan, contempting Teferi is a way we can deal with both cards. They could have counters, but like we don't know what's in their deck. How do they make room for all this removal, all these blinks, and like 8 Planeswalkers? Jesus Christ. Okay. Right. And, like, Khan's Temporal Sundering as well. I'd be surprised if they have many counterspells in the main. Is that deck actually any good, Larry? I don't see how it doesn't just get murdered by aggro. Feels kind of nuts against control, though. Like, they don't have nearly as many dead cards as we do. They have 4 Baral. Oh my god, they have Oath of Teferi as well. I kind of want to play it. Jesus. I'm gonna let them keep doing stuff because I'm kind of curious to see more of their deck. Excuse me. This is kind of disgusting. Yeah, I don't think it was cycling the Censor that was bad, though. I feel like cycling the Censor made sense at the time, since we couldn't censor a Teferi at that point anyway. I don't know how many Khan's Temporal Sundering it's running. It's kind of interesting, though. Yeah. That is a Teferi. What's the sideboard plan? We have... Oh, they do have Barals. Huh. We have, Okay, I'm done. The sideboard plan is, like, Duresses, Negates, Spyglasses. They have Brawls. Okay, they have... Their deck seems sweet. They managed, like... Huh. So they have 4 Sundering. They're bringing in Negates. Maybe, like, Glorybringers. But that seems kind of... Chases defeats. That's interesting. Yeah, knowing they don't play counterspells is... Or many counterspells is nice. They are bringing in Negates, mind, but... Still. Yeah, all this stuff seems good, for sure. Being able to kill Barals would be nice, but I think we're just gonna let them have their Barals. Take out all this garbage. Scarab God looks so bad that game. It reanimates our Gearhulks, but I think our Gearhulks are gonna be good enough. Regardless. Kinda just want to take out the Scarab God. Bringing in, like, Gontis and stuff. Gonti plus Khan's Temporal Sundering. Oh my god. The dream. There's a bunch of stuff negate counters that Jace's defeat doesn't. Stuff like Refurbish or Cast Out, Planeswalkers. Kind of like this plan, I think. I feel like the Scarab God's not actually good in this matchup, weirdly. I'm just gonna, like, get exiled a bunch and get hit by Teferi a lot. Alright, this hand is nice. Oh my god. Mirari Conjecture, Khan's Temporal Sundering. I think we have enough win cons, we'll be fine. I just want to slam Spyglass here. I guess if they play a search, I want to be able to negate it. But if we see a search, we can... Search is scary. They only have 2 in their list. I guess I can just do this on turn 4 with negate still up, right? I don't need to do it now. Yeah, I think we can hold. I agree. I'm gonna hold this Fetid Pools a turn. Alright, now I've drawn the Memorial, I can cycle the Fetid Pools, which is nice. If I didn't draw a land there, I'd probably play the Fetid Pools, I think. Brawl with negate backup. Scary. It's gonna like help loot them towards lands. Hey there, Kim. Alright, let's just play the Spyglass. Well, they didn't play the Mountain out? That's surprising. So we name Khan, right? Because we have multiple counterspells for Teferi. And there are multiple Khans in the hand that we invalidate with this one card. Obviously Teferi's a scarier card, but I think this works out better. Right, the Khan does get to sit in play, which is scary. But, doesn't get to do anything. No, we just counter the Teferi, right? We just counter the Teferi and move on with our lives. Oh, I started. Yeah, I'm being stupid, sorry. Obviously you don't know what I'm talking about. You're right, Roval. So we have to counter this rather than contempt it, otherwise they get rid of our Spyglass. I guess I use... This is kind of interesting. Disallow or contempt. Oh, they have no... I can kill the farmland? That's interesting. Okay, that's a good point, Lowry. I didn't realise that. They should have a Plains in their deck then. I don't want to lose the game to them having a negate in their hand by like fielding this before countering. So I guess I'm going to negate and then end of their turn I'm going to field. And try and take them off white mana. Then we have Gearhawk up for next turn. And even get another black mana here, which is like kind of decent. Yeah, no white source. Great. Kind of sad we've not drawn in like an illumination for these Gearhawks, but we're in a fine spot here. I could just like let this resolve and contempt it is the problem. Like, Contempt answers Chandra really well, but I kind of want to get my Gearhawk in play. Getting my Gearhawk in play seems really good, just getting a clock on board. So, I don't think this uses my resources the best. But getting a clock on board sounds great to me. I could just attack the Khan. The downside it means I'm clocking them less. The upside is it means if they ever do resolve to Fairy somehow and get rid of this, we're not in like an awful position. Barol only loots when they counter. I think I agree. Yeah, go face. I think I agree. Still kind of interesting though. Like, attacking Khan is a valid option. Comes the Temporal Sundering. So I have to counter that, but it's good because it sets up our next Gearhulk. I have to counter this because they have the Khan on board. Yeah, this is like part of it, right? If we attack the Khan, we make Temporal Sundering less scary. That's definitely part of it. Maybe that's the argument for attacking Khan. Anyway, was not punished. If I attack face, then the other Gearhulk kills them next turn. So like this turn I definitely do attack face. I'll just represent lethal for next turn if they cast anything. Cool. This game is easier post board. Alright. Do you want to change anything? I don't think we do. I think I'm pretty happy with how this is set up post board. The Barols weren't particularly worrying. Yeah, I love this blue-black deck, Amy. It's a lot of fun. I almost wonder if we want this Consign over a Blink in this matchup. Like, the discard's actually relevant. Honestly, if we have Blinks in the main deck, we should probably be cutting the Consign from the board. But yeah, Sorcerer's Spyglass is like amazing. It's so good. Like the information in that game was really good for us too. It wasn't just the Pithing Needle effect. The information was really strong as well. Alright, get to play the game of hope they don't have Search for a Scounter. If they do, we can bounce it with Consign, at least. Right, that is not a Search for a Scanter. That is acceptable. I'm just going to hold up Negate this turn, and then try and Duress them next turn, I think. What am I negating on turn 3, other than Search for a Scanter? There's just like nothing, right? And they would have played a Search that turn if they had it before we had Counter Magic up. That league did not go well, sadly, Donnie. We went 1-2 and then I dropped because I was really off it. Duress pools, yeah. Getting the pools in play is nice, getting the info is nice. I think I agree. I think I agree with Duress and pools. Oh wow. That is not a very good hand. Might be in with a shot. Yeah, I agree. Opponent doesn't have good turn 3 plays in their deck by the looks of things. I could land Search here, but I'm going to play it super safe and just hold up Negate, I think. Ooh, so now we can go Search, hold up Negate. Which is really good. We've got our land drop for next turn too. Island. We already have a land drop, and I kind of want to flip search. So I'm actually just gonna like put that in the yard here. What is this? A con. Bit of me wants to let this resolve. They get one card out of it, but then I contempt it. If they have a negate in hand, it gets rough. But I kind of want to hold the negate for a Teferi. And like, if they have a negate in hand, we can still just bounce the con and play from there. I just like don't really mind them getting a +1. So yeah, it is super rough if there is a negate, you're correct. That's interesting. I can Glimmer into negate on my turn. Bounce Parole, then negate. I don't really mind if they negate my negate here. It's if they negate my contempt I'm upset. I suspect I'm meant to negate this though. If they don't have the negate to fight back, then next turn... Yeah, this is fine. I don't mind them negating my negate. What I do mind is them negating the contempt that's going to follow. Right, they get a mountain, that's fine. I'm just wondering if I'm going to use this consign. This is like a very tough game. Like what I can do is I can consign the Khan and like force them to spend their mana recasting it into my contempt next turn. All the while my search is like building. They'd get another +1. I think that's fine. Just like forces them to use up a bunch of mana, which I think I like. And it gets our search closer to flipping. Put the swamp in the graveyard. Could main phase Glimmer. Try and hit a Duress or a negate. Or I can like pass with Contempt up and just go like Contempt your Khan after they cast it. Things get scary if they have a Teferi in hand. It's like my one fear. But I think I passed the turn here. You like main phase Glimmer, try and find the Duress. I think if we could find Spyglass as well, I would like that. But the fact they have an Abrade means we only actually have like the 2 Duress that pay us off for that line. I guess there's like a bit of us, like, we kind of want to find a negate before casting the Contempt, almost. Just to like ensure it resolves. No, I'm not in love with Discard 2. I don't want to like remove the card from my yard when I have Search in play, particularly. Give them the non-white source, right? Just like... Since there's like a non-zero chance we end up attacking both of these at some point. Wow, so they like 100% have a counter in hand, they're even holding the island to loot away. Yeah, I think you're right, Larry. We should have just glimmered in our turn. Since we kind of... This card's really annoying, huh? It's like surprisingly annoying. What we can do is we can Contempt, and then if they counter it we get to activate Search to try and find another Contempt. It also doesn't matter if Khan lives for one turn, because there aren't any good cards for the minus to bring back anyway. Interesting. Sorcerer Spyglass, we know they have an Abrade, so I'm not going to keep this. I'd really like to know their hand, but I don't think that's enough to justify keeping that. Okay, Gearhawk's decent. Let me just pass the turn here and see what they do. Here's the scary one. Okay. I think I meant to activate Escanter and try and counter this. Awesome. If they counter back, then we get to Gearhawk in our turn. They just F6'd. Cool. That's good news for us. We have a Gearhawk in hand, so there's actually some motivation just to cast this now. We also get info, which is really nice. We then can't Azcanter into a counter spell though. Kinda just want to Azcanter instead. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna pass. I could Azcanter now in case I find a duress. I kinda like that. Negate. Awesome. Since we got Negate, I'm gonna Spyglass. What about Consign and then Spyglass? Ooh, that's interesting, Larry. They probably like discard the Abrade then. Oh, they just have 2 Abrades. Cool. Let's just name the fairy, I guess, since it's the scary one. The other planeswalkers are like much less terrifying. I should actually speed up. We've got 3 minutes to win this game. I've been playing really slowly, since I'm not really used to playing against this sort of deck. Alright, so... can just do this, I guess. No, I kind of want to activate a Scanter this turn. I'm just going to pass. I just need to, like, make plays. It probably doesn't matter what those plays are. Just, like, start glimmering, hit our land drops, keep activating Azcanter, eventually stick a Gearhawk. Like, it's going to be very hard to actually lose from the spot as long as we just make sure we're making plays at all points and not using up too much time. Reeling off one catchphrase after another. Are you saying this is a common occurrence, Phil? This exact scenario? braids in hand. It's going to be reasonably hard to protect this Gearhulk enough. Clock is my worst enemy, yeah. Always is. Always is. My real worst enemy is this Brawl forcing me to like F2 loads instead of F6ing. Okay, I kind of wanted a land drop there, but hey ho. Yes, I'm just going to start jamming Gearhulks instead. Take the Abrade, I guess, so we can actually start killing them. Yeah, that's fairly normal, Amy. Things that occur on this stream include opponent having more clock than us. Right, this is gonna get abraded. At least I hope that's what's happening. Oh, Chandra, sure. Deal. I should probably mind rot them here, huh? Regret. Alright, so they just have Temporal Sundering. And a mystery card. I'm actually just going to cast the draw 2 here. I really want land drops, even though I'm missing out on Azcanta value. Could ambush Viper this Brawl, but it's fine. It's a 1-3. It doesn't affect the game meaningfully. I'd rather just like hold up double counter off my Gearhulk. Yeah, a second Scarab God sideboard could be fine. There are some matchups where Scarab God is like soul crushing, for sure. I can see that. I can see that actually being legitimate. I'll be back in like 1 minute. I just need to head to the bathroom a sec, and then we'll jump into our third match with 2-0 with blue-black control. Yo. Cool, let's hop into our third match. Currently 2-0 with this deck. This means this deck's like 7-0 lifetime on the stream. It's kinda ludicrous. Suddenly feels much better than the Jeskai deck we played earlier. Opinions on blue-black versus Esper. It depends what you mean by Esper. If you mean by Esper that you're playing Settle, Disallow, and Contempt in the same deck, I think it's bad, because the mana can't support that. If you mean Esper as blue-black splashing just to Fairy and maybe Cast Out, then I think that's more of like a discussion. We can cycle these Illuminations, so I think this hand's fine. As long as our opponent's not on a hyper aggro deck, it'll smooth itself out as we cycle these. Ooh, mono black time. I hope this is mono black. It is a bit sad that this doesn't make coloured mana. It's gonna like slow the cycling, but oh, it is mono black. It's so exciting. I'm just gonna pass with Censor up this turn, I guess. And then if they don't do anything of meaning, I can just cycle an Illumination. Ballista for one, sure. I'm just gonna let that resolve, I think. Mono black control is sweet. It's like a really good deck, I think, too. I think it's pretty underrated. Land, please. I mean, got what I asked for, right? So this turn I can go Duress. Plus hold up my blue stuff. Next turn I can get down the wilds. I think we're gonna be fine. Let's just make sure they don't have a Karn. Obviously we can counter a Karn, but ooh, they have a Gonti. Exciting. Fatal Push does actual nothing, so we're gonna take the cast down. The hand is quite bad against us. Yeah, that could be fine. CS. The main thing is you can't have double colours of all, double colour costs of all three colours. But as long as you're not doing that, like, you should be able to make the mana fine and have like a perfectly reasonable deck. I kind of want to just let this resolve. Just like cast down the Gifted Aetherborn and let this resolve. Is that unreasonable? I don't really mind them taking a card from this hand. Why not just censor this? I kind of just want to like stop myself taking damage. If I'm censoring this, then like if they leave me with the censor, I'm happy anyway, because I can just like force them to play off curve for the rest of the game. I don't know, I just don't feel like I particularly care about them taking the Glimmer when we already have an Illumination in hand. And our deck's like loaded up with effects like that anyway. And the censor seems pretty decent regardless. And like, I don't want to just take too much chip damage and then be dead to like a big ballista later either. So slowing down their clock by like a huge amount is really exciting to me as well. Right, so I'm gonna Field of Ruin this. And also just like go find an island, I think. No worries, Pika. They could have Memorial to Follies in their deck, but like not... I guess this isn't active for a while. I'd also just like more coloured mana though, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure what colour I want more of. I guess I want more blue at the moment. Yeah, more blue sounds great. Yeah, we got another field. Anyway, I'm going to pass the turn. If they don't do anything, we can draw 2. Draw 2 will like find our 6th land for the Gearhulk. Ooh, they do have Memorial to Folly. Exciting. I could kill this. I kind of just want to make sure I hit my land drop for this Gearhulk though. I think that's more interesting to me. And I'm going to hold on to the Censor until they hit like their 5th mana, I think. Glimmer as well. Jeez. Just pass the turn. They're probably going to cast Gonti. We get to counter it and cast Glimmer. Yeah, they're not casting Gonti into a Censor. Yes, I just resolve my Glimmer. I could go like Gearhulk Illumination. I'd kind of like to get the Glimmer in the yard to Gearhulk back though, I think. Push answers Walking Ballista, so that's great. Also, I don't mind the Essence Scatter. It's not particularly exciting, though. I think I'm going to bottom the Scatter, keep the push. Just, like, get rid of this Ballista here. So that's the wrong way to think of Hieroglyphic Illumination, Pika. Hieroglyphic Illumination is like... Against aggro decks, you always get to cycle it. So you just treat it as like a 1-mana draw 1. Which is not good, but like, it's not the end of the world either. But then in exchange, in the late game, in the mid game, when you draw your Gearhulk, you have proactive spells in your yard that you can flash back. Which means suddenly you get to use your Gearhulk as like an ambush viper. You can go like, cast my Gearhulk, flash back my Illumination, and you haven't had to use 4 mana to get to that point. Like, against something like mono green, you quite often get to turn 6, they attack you with a creature, and you want to ambush viper them with your Gearhulk, and if you don't have a card draw spell in yard, you might not have anything appealing to flash back when you do that. Whereas, I'm just going to get rid of this Memorial now, whilst they're tapped low. Whereas with Illumination, it's really easy to have the extra spare mana, just to like dump it in your yard at some point, to set up the Ambush Viper. Yeah, the option is worth it, for sure. Yeah. I definitely think the option is worth it. This is interesting. I think I'm just tempted to scatter this, but I want to save the scatter for the Gunty, right? To stop them getting the trigger. So I guess this just resolves. Yeah, exactly, Pika. It also just like helps hit your land drops, which is really important. It helps you play less lands as well. I think I'm going to cycle this. I think we've reached the point where it's losing its worth, but it's done like a fair amount this game, making my opponent play off curve. Has been fairly nice. I can just cast this, right? And that's fine. And then I get to save my Gearhulks for card draw spells. Just like keep my life total high. against the Ballista deck. I want to be able to go Scatter plus Gearhawk, so I'm going to play the Catacomb instead of my tap land. Aetherborn. That does not matter particularly. I'm just going to let that resolve. And we're just going to draw 2 here at the end of their turn. I guess we use the Glimmer instead of the Illumination. It's all kind of the same though. Yep, so they're going to cast down. That's fine. Blink of an Eye, Fatal Push. We want a Fatal Push for this. I guess Blink of an Eye is fine. It saves our Gearhawk, right? Which is really good. Can like run out our Gearhawk, and when they try and kill it, we get to bounce it. That seems really strong. Yeah, the Blink's good with the Gearhawk. Agreed, Larry. Lines up well. Opponent just refusing to cast Gonti whilst they know that we have Scatter in hand. Makes sense. Let's just draw 2, end of turn. We've got this Blink in hand, so we don't even care if they kill our Gearhawk. Even if we didn't have Blink, we'd still go for it though, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce this Gearhawk in response. This is gas, this Blink Gearhawk interaction. Means we don't run out of win conditions as easily. What's Tragic Loss? Oh, Cathartic Reunion or something? Decks with Gearhawk with Tragic Loss be okay. Discard a card that's not useful now to be flashback later. I'm not sure what card you're referring to. I don't think I've seen Tragic Loss. I'm gonna plan to cycle this, I guess. This is like another reason the Illuminations are great. You want like even as many as 6 card draw spells in your decks. You always have one to flashback, but you really don't want 6 like Glimmer effects. Oh, Tragic Lesson. I have to look that up, sorry. Tragic Lesson. Hour of Devastation. Draw 2, then discard a card. Oh, huh. I assume that's not good enough. I assume that's probably a bit worse than like a Pull from Tomorrow. So we're against Mono Black. So we want these Gontis for sure. Kind of want this Bloodfast almost. I don't really want much. I feel like we're kind of pre-boarded for this matchup almost. I feel like the Gontis are great though. I don't know how good Duresses are. It's kind of nice, like, clearing out a Planeswalker before they can cast it. Like a Liliana. And they always have non-creature spells in their hand for us to take. So I think Duress is probably fine. Scarab God's really, really good. Yeah, I feel like Bloodfast might be good. I'm just wondering what we cut. Sorry, Taka, I have the PT coming up, so I really need to be practicing Standard. Like, the blinks were pretty decent that game, but I think they might generally not be that good. I could see, like, cutting one. Oh, cutting a sensor, because the games go long and we're on the draw. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. I don't think Spyglass is quite worth it versus Argwells. It hits Liliana too, though. It's Liliana too. Maybe it's just better than Duress. Because it hits all their copies of Liliana. And, like, we can generally slug through the removal. Let's try this. Let's see how this runs. I think I still like one copy of Cast Down. It's certainly not great, though. It's certainly not great. Let's try this. Yeah, I can name Bloodfast. It's like a really good name off the Spyglass for sure. Thanks, Tucker. I'm really hoping it goes well. This hand is... We're on the draw. So we get like 3 draws at a land because we can cycle the sensor. What do people think about this? My inclination is to mull. But I think this one's actually kind of close. PT's in 2 weekends, Bob. Good job there's no clock. Oh my god. You'd mull, David? Insta-mull, yeah. My inclination is to mull. I think I'm just gonna go with my instinct here. Right, this is probably better. We've got a land on top as well. Just gonna play mono tap lands all game. No worries, David. Here comes a Duress. Yeah. Taking the Fatal Push. Means they probably have a cheap creature to deploy next turn. Otherwise, I assume they take the Glimmer. Kalitas is very good in Modern, for sure. Very underrated card. Yeah, Sensor works better in blue-black than Syncopate. The reason Syncopate's really good in blue-white is you just want more answers to Planeswalkers that work in the late game. Because you don't have Contempt in blue-white. Whereas, in blue-black, because you have Contempt, you don't need your soft counters to spread to the late game, so you're pretty happy just playing Sensor instead, and being able to cycle them in the late game. There are also like a bunch of other subtle reasons why Sensor's better in blue-black. Like, blue-black gets to this point in the game where it just wants to draw as many Gearhulks as humanly possible, at which point, like, the velocity of something like Sensor's really nice. I think 25 lands is fine, Larry. Got so many cyclers. Like, it's never been a huge problem. Alright, I'm going to take 4 next turn so that I can keep holding up Disallow. And if they do nothing, I can push in their end step. I really don't want to lose this Glimmer, so I think I'm countering this. I think we kind of need the Glimmer, sadly. No worries, CS. I'm always happy to like talk about this stuff. Gearhulk, okay. It's kind of scary. I think I'm main phase tapping out for this. If I hit an untapped land, I can kill an Etherborn anyway. And with a Gearhulk in my hand, I want to hit my land drops. Got like a Contempt in hand to gain us life. This one sucks. It's not a black land. I think I'm bottoming both and trying to hit an untapped black land. I think I'm going for max greed. It's kind of tempting to bottom disallow Keep Island, I guess, because we do want to have 6 lands next turn. You'd bottom both. I think we're meant to bottom both. It's really tempting to keep the island, though. Oh my god. Brutal. Okay, this game just got a bit harder. Gonna die to 2 freeze. What a way to go. What a way to go. We're actually gonna be fine. We're gonna kill 2 of them, but you know. Right, let's just off some of these before things get any more perilous. It's really tempting to just cast Illumination this turn and try and hit our land drops, but they have Walking Ballistas in their deck. So, like, I kind of don't want to go down to 2. Oh, they have a Bloodfast. That makes this game way more interesting, jeez. Oh, cool, Hogpog. I didn't realize that, that's really nice. Thanks for mentioning. I'm gonna play Gonti here, I think. Like, it trades with the Etherborn. Anyway. Yeah, if I had the 6th land, I could, like, do some Gearhulk shenanigans, but the Gonti seems good, I think. Oh, wow. Liliana. Liliana back the Gearhulk later. I think I want this Liliana. I think she seems disgusting. Am I cycling an Illumination? I'd really like to cast Gearhulk next turn. I think I am going to cycle this. Try and hit my land. I have not been Hogpog. I did 1 league yesterday, which we 5-0'd with this deck. I think we're currently 2-0 in this league. And a game up in this match. Okay, absolutely trading off here. Since we've got this Liliana to reanimate this if we want. They are on 36, which is a lot of life. But I think we're going to be fine. I'm going to pass with Gearhulk up. Yeah, getting Lily down would be nice. I don't know. Kind of want to get cast my Glimmer though. I think that sounds good. I can also like potentially counter something. Like I kind of want to counter this. I think countering this is better than casting a Glimmer. Like disallow this, start beating him with our Gearhulk. Oh, they have a cast down? Kind of surprised they actually have those left in post board. Maybe they just don't have much sideboard for this sort of matchup. I could see that being the case. Yeah, Lily Gearhulk here is pretty dumb, for sure. It's like, who needs Bloodfast? Vomit. Oh my god, we can name Bloodfast later. It's pretty great. Alright, I think we're doing well this game. I think we're doing well. Look at this golden Gearhulk. This is like kind of pretty. Dimir Gearhulk. Dimir Hulk. Sad. Yesterday's match of the Gonties was really silly, Hogpog. Ooh, this is good too. Let's just cast this. We don't have the 6th mana. I should have cycled this to hit my 6th mana. Because I don't want them killing my Liliana here. Not cycling was really bad. That's interesting. So I really want to Spyglass this blood fast. It might just be better to Gearhulk Contempt this turn though. So I get to plus Lily again. They get to activate Bloodfast, but I'm so far ahead on board. I think I like that. They get to draw some cards, but we get really far ahead on board. Yeah, there's a little under 9 hours left, Hogpog. Yeah, so just pass the turn and let them activate. It kind of makes no difference when I do this, right? Kind of makes no difference. I do think I want to cycle this to hit land drops for my Scarab God. So I can just do this now. If I hit a tap land, I can play it. And then I can pass the turn with my Gearhulk up. Yeah, huge Ballista is very scary, for sure, Larry. I am nervous about that. But I think the best plan here is to try and protect our Liliana. We could also just Spyglass Ballista, depending on how things go, but we're probably going to have to name Bloodfast. Alright, let's just Contempt this out the way. Going on over here, 6 mana. Worrying. This is where they cast the Josu Vess, right? We feel really sad. This is where they cast a Gonti. Okay, less sad. That's something we can beat. Hopefully they don't find a Contempt. No, never return. That's kind of brutal. And they take our Spyglass. Oh my god. This game just got much, much harder. Everything is like falling to pieces now. I guess I get to land Scarab God and attack with my Gearhulk. They get to use the return to get rid of one of the Gearhulks though, but I think that's still good. I think this is still good. Like they either take 5 or it trades with the Gonti and gives us fuel for our Scarab God. Either way seems good for us. Alright, Scarab God, you got work to do, let me tell ya. You got work to do. Hopefully they just have to like draw a bunch of Bloodfast here. We get to disallow something, untap, make a Gonti, have Gearhulk disallow up. Kind of dreaming big. What's a ballista look like at the moment? 6, 7, 13, 10. So ballistas for 5. We can start making etherborns though, to insulate against ballista, which is nice. Alright, they're drawing cards. Cool. They have 7 mana left this turn. Is this a contempt? It's a return on the Gearhawk. That is fine. Oh wow, this is a zombie for our Scarab God. It's kind of adorable. They can't actually kill the Gearhawk with anything here, so I'm just gonna Fatal Push the zombie. So that our zombie can attack in. Did they make a mistake? Oh, they can cast down our zombie, we don't really care. This is fine. Do I want to upkeep, make a Gonti? I kinda just want to like hold up all my stuff. But getting in the extra damage is actually relevant with the Bloodfast in play. The thing is, if we wait, we have Gearhawk plus Disallow protection. I think I'm just gonna wait. Just like, be patient. And we can take out the Stronghold to limit their mana a bit. They get another activation this way. I think that's fine. Oh, does this limit Scarab God activations? Yeah. It takes us off a Scarab God activation. So I guess we don't want to do this now. We just want to wait. Gives them like a couple more mana for their turn, but gives us an extra activation on our Scarab God, which seems amazing. Seven mana. Red black matchup's far decent. I haven't minded it. Like, it's certainly not amazing, but it's not bad by any means. Right, so we just Gearhawk Disallow here, right? Get a body in play. Yeah, Scarabian God is reasonably dumb. Like, how is this realistic? Yeah, Scarab God's very bad versus blue-white, but against all these like mid-range and derpy mid-range decks, it's pretty great. This is X equals 1. I think that's fine. Should be careful not to die to it, but I don't think we're going to with the Field of Ruin in play. Alright, let's get back a... I could get back an Etherborn and just gain life. Obviously Gonti's nice because it gets us a spell, but I kind of like the idea of gaining some life, I think. And it's not like we need more spells, considering we have Scarab God in play. Like, Scarab God is all the spells we need for the rest of the game. Now if we can find a land of this scry, we can activate field and still have 2 activations up on our Scarab. Turns out sometimes Scarab God is a tiny bit more than a Colossipede. Yeah, this game it's been a bit better than a Colossipede. I will grant you that. Oh wow. Search for a Scanter. That one I'm almost tempted to keep. Just because if they were to answer our Scarab God, that's the sort of card that could win us the game. I think I'm just like all in on Scarab God though. I can like draw the field this, have 8 mana up. Yeah, we're gonna shuffle away Search off the field. I agree. I agree. So now they like probably block the Aetherborn and ping us. Nope. Just get to gain 4. Cool. Let's just kill the Stronghold. Obviously it gives them another mana right now, but it gives them less mana in their turn by like a substantial amount, so... I think this deck is better than blue-white. In the abstract, no. But I think it lines up better against a bunch of the stuff that's happening in standard than blue-white does. So like, take that as you will. Do we have less mana than I thought we did? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we still have 8. Cool. Yeah, it's different. Exactly, Larry. Hard to say which is better. It just attacks in very, very different ways. I think this deck would be a lot... So one thing I will say about this deck, I think it would be a lot worse if blue-white wasn't so good. So I think blue-white being good makes it really hard to play any sort of strategy that goes wide, because all those sorts of strategies play so badly into... I guess we just let this resolve and still have 2 activations up. All the sorts of like go wide strategies that this sort of deck struggles with its spot removal play really badly into Fumigate and Settle, so they just aren't playable at the moment, which makes blue-black better. Please no Josu Vess. If they Josu Vess us, I'm gonna be so sad. I guess they die in our upkeep if they Josu Vess us, right? We just make 2 zombies and they die from the Scarab God trigger, so it's actually fine. Gonti. Interesting. Okay. Temple does save them, you're right, Hogpog, you're right. And then we die to the Menace zombies. Yep. So they can Josu. That's interesting. If they minus on a creature, we reanimate it in response. So all they get to do is plus. Opponent did not get the memo. That's true, we have lots of lifelink, right, Hogpog? So we wouldn't even necessarily die to Josu. Is this a Gearhulk? Gross. On Contempt. Alright, we still have a game. We still have a game. Oh, yeah, that was mentioned yesterday, Digital Dead. I meant to update it to make it better, but didn't get around to it last night after the stream. But I agree, that is a thing that needs updating. 100%. Okay, I guess we take the Deadeye tracker. It's not quite what I was dreaming of, but... got lots of death touches, so the Gearhulk's not going to do much as a blocker. I can field the Temple to make it harder for them to block as like a starting point and see what they do. So if I field the Temple and attack with the 3 death touches. Yeah, the Deadeye's pretty bad against Ballista is the problem. I guess I could just draw 2 to start and see what I find. And then like make the rest of my decisions afterwards. Ooh, Contempt is interesting. If I kill land, I can attack all and has to chump with Ballista. Is that right? Let's see. Kill land. Yeah. Or can gain 6, but then we get to attack with all anyway. Yep, you're right. That's good. And then once Ballista's off the board, we can cast Tracker. They can like Memorial back the Ballista, but I guess we can hold up Scatter instead. Instead of casting Tracker. Like either way is good. Do we have any... we have 1 Gontied card left for them to use. Okay. Oh... Hogpog. That's really good. Disallow the Temple trigger and just hope they like get greedy and try and keep the Ballista. Like block with Gearhulk and sack it. Like, block with these 2, just sack the Gearhulk and... yeah, that makes sense, Hogpog, that's really good. Like, disallowing the Temple. Didn't see that. Ooh, they're going for the gain 6. So this way they don't have to chump with Ballista. Let's attack with all and see what they do. Oh, I can just kill Liliana instead. If I attack all at their face, they no longer have to chump. Yeah, they're on 12 now, Hogpog. So they don't actually have to chump, so I think I'm meant to kill Lily. Maybe? I've got Contempt for Lily. But I can also just, like, Contempt this away next turn. This game's tricky. Just have to be conscious of time. I think I just want to kill Liliana here, so they can't make a stream of chump blockers. You think all face? Fine, fine, fine. You're right, you're right. Just all face is correct, obviously. 1 Lily free face, because then they still have to chump. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. Yep, they have to chump with Ballista. I just messed up the maths. You have Contempt and Scatter, yep. So we just like hold up Scatter for a Ballista or something and kill them next turn very easily. Smoosh. Oh, they have a Fatal Push as the final Gonti card, okay. Fatal Push is the final Gonti card. Still good for us though. We got the Ballista out of play, we've got Scatter up. For whatever they do with their turn. I don't know, Laurie. It's kind of interesting. they're now dead if they don't have removal. I like it. Actually, they have to cast removal right now anyway. Interesting. Cast down is great. Contempt is also great. Sick. Now 8-0 with blue-black control. This deck is such fire. Just won a game where our opponent drew like 10 cards off a Bloodfast, and it kind of matters, but Scarab God is messed up. Scarab God is pretty messed up. They could push before blocks to play around the gate. That makes sense, Hogbog. Alright, let's get to our fourth match. See if we can keep this. Yeah, this is the list from Waffo Tapper. We've changed a few cards, we're just trying things out. But it's mostly what Waffo Tapper made. The Demises. Which one's the Demises? Oh, Golden Demise for more Bontus. Golden Demise has been pretty nice, honestly. Quite like it. I think this is a mulligan. I think this is probably a mulligan. Bontus are good versus mono green, that's true, that's true. It is very good against those decks. I guess I'd like to keep this and cycle it. We have like Search in our deck and Gearhawk, right? Just like spend my first couple turns cycling Illuminations and that's probably fine. Thanks, Larry. See you later. Or we could play a Control Mirror and hold on to the Illuminations. That's the other option. I might still cycle one here. Oh, huh. This is exciting. Champion of Wits. Okay, now I am definitely cycling one of these. See you soon, Amy. Like, especially when I want to find another blue source here. Orc. I just really want to hit my next blue mana, you know? Which makes me want to cycle this. I could hit like a tap land as well. Nice. Rewarded. Yeah, I could see this being a tough matchup for sure. Can't really interact with a gift very easily once it's in play. We've got like the 2 blink of an eyes, but that's it. I think we're in an okay spot at the moment though, with this hand. Can counter an angel too. Yeah. I think I'm just passing the turn again. I could slam Scarab God, but if they have a cast out, it's really rough for us. This might be like our best shot to stick a Scarab God in play though. And then if we get to untap with it, like things get really easy. Like even if it gets cast outed, like essentially, yeah, I think I'm just gonna jam this. I think that's fine. It's kind of scary, but Fairgrounds Warden 2. Yeah, that one's easy to answer though. Cast out's more annoying because it's just like hard to remove. Awesome. Angel. Angel's fine. So we can reanimate our own Angel, and it's a 4/4. Ooh, they get to put a champion in the yard, but I think that's also fine. Like, I feel like we can grind through champion flashbacks. And they don't have the 6th land yet, so I can afford to get the Angel this turn instead of the champion. Hey Rourke, today's been pretty good, yeah. We have been doing pretty well today. I'm enjoying playing some blue-black, predictably. I could jam with the Scarab God. Then if they block, I get to make an Angel. And I kind of want to be able to block the champion though. I don't know. I feel like it's fairly irrelevant one way or the other. I guess the Angel blocks the champion. I feel like the game's just not going to be about getting in 5 damage. Is the thing. It makes me not really want to attack there. Sacred Cat, sure. Minister, sure. Yeah, I think we're in a great position. I agree, George. End of turn, we can reanimate the champion to keep hitting our land drops. And then untap with reanimate Angel plus disallow up. You'd get the Angel instead? What's the reasoning for that, George? Ooh, Duress is interesting. I don't know. They're gonna refurbish next turn, and we can disallow the refurbish, right? What am I missing? Oh, we can kill them with the Angel? That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. You know how bad I am at actually killing opponents. We should maybe have cycled some of this stuff earlier. Like, I'm only going to cycle the sensor now, right? Oh, I can discard a Gear Hulk to reanimate it. That's great. Just, like, cycle these so we know we hit our land drops. Drawing cards over winning. Exactly. You get it, Hogpog. You know what's up. Seems like a fine keep. Yeah, hitting land drops is the important thing, George. If Scarab God's going to use all our mana, we want as many lands in play as possible. Right? So what are we doing against this deck? Yes, we want this as another way to remove a gift from play. And this cleans up like the garbage. I guess Gonti might be better than the Golden Demise. This blocks servos too. Kind of like the idea of the Gontis just because it blocks servos forever. Can like cut some of this stuff. Yeah, I think I like cutting the pushes. I agree. I think the negates sound good too. Fight over their negates. I'm a bit worried about the stupid 3/4 Angel, but I guess we have Contempt to exile that. Yeah, we wouldn't kick Blink, because we'd want to activate Scarab. Exactly, Hogbog. Agreed. I almost feel like I'd rather have Kingpin than Golden Demise, if we're just looking to block tokens and champions. Then we only need to answer like the angels. I think this is better than Golden Demise. I think I like this plan. I mean, I don't want to go to 5, but this hand seems awkward, to say the least. This is going to be a tough game to win if they can refurbish a gift on 4, but we've got like a Contempt and a Gearhawk to interact with their more mid-range side of things, if they don't have a degenerate hand. Right. Currently no creatures in the yard to reanimate, and they've milled 2 of their 4 refurbishers. If they even still have all 4 in. Opponent has a decidedly generate hand. This is true. At least so far. So many draw 2s. Just like infinite divinations. Is it bad I really want to just Gonti them? I don't have a counterspell anyway. Not that they'd probably slam refurbish next turn if they had it, but I guess I can just like spend my turn contempting the champion. Yeah, it's like tempting to Gonti. We can try and find a negate with the Gonti. They've already milled 2 refurbishers. It's kinda terrifying, but Gonti seems mildly insane. Hey, we found the 3rd refurbish. There you go. And there's the fourth one. Okay. See? All planned. I think I want to get my angel in play, an angel of my own. Because it can just like trade with their angel. Like cycle illumination, contempt the champion's also fine. I guess I'm a bit worried about this getting like the 3/4 angel. The one that like detains something. Yeah, another angel is scary, true. I think I'm just gonna leave up contempt. And like cycle illumination. I think I like that plan the most. I guess they're probably gonna force me to contempt when they attack anyway, so I might as well contempt now. Yeah, playing around Angel of Sanction seems important. I agree. I agree. Now we can just block the servos, okay? Another champion, sure. These champions are kind of disgusting. They get to like attack into Gonti safely. Oh wow. Be aggressive. I was like, am I gonna block the champion? And am I not gonna block it? But I guess if this is happening, I'm just gonna block the minister, right? And get that one off the table. They don't actually have creatures in the yard yet. They don't actually have a creature in the yard yet. I could just do this. Yeah, I agree, Hogbog. This way we don't have to worry about our Godfarer's Gift hitting play. And it stops like the same amount of damage. We have a Field of Ruin, so this is actually beatable. It's like annoying, but beatable. Just pass the turn here. I'm a bit worried about these champions, but otherwise I feel like we're in an okay spot. We've got a couple contempts that can like slug through these anyway. They just flipped the Azcanter. Interesting. Here comes a gift. So we let this resolve. They could have a Spell Pierce to counter our contempt, which would be annoying, but we can link it back to their hand next turn. Right, I think I'm going to Gearhulk Contempt Champion, block the servo. It's kind of awkward. We actually need to like draw cards at some point to find a more permanent answer to this, but I think we're going to be fine. We're going to be attacking back for a bunch as well. I'm like putting a fast clock on them. And I think I'm just going to let both of these hit me. Because I don't want there to be food in the yard for the gift, ideally. Essence Scatter. That's not ideal against gift. Right, so I can field the Escanter, which I think I have to do now. Field the Rivulet. I guess I attack for 7 first. And now we have Blink up in case they get a creature in the yard. Next turn we can Angel of Invention with Scatter back up to protect it from the O-Ring effects. I guess it's kind of hard to protect it from the O-Ring effects when this is in play, but this is terrifying. Okay, if they draw a counter spell off this, it's rough. But I also don't want them want to give them the information that we're bouncing gift. Oh, they just don't have a creature to discard. Gas. Now we can like Contempt the champion. And attack for 7, put them to 6. I guess it's likely they have a counter in hand at this point, but seems good. Now they have to like start being defensive. We have this Blink of an Eye that can randomly kill them. Remember when you called casting Gonti mildly insane, George? Okay. That's fine, right? I could just disallow it, and then like we still have the Blink for the other one. I think this is fine. I really want to cast Angel, but I want to do it with, like, disallow backup is the problem. I could just Illumination here, hit my land drops. I think I like that the most. We definitely want to kill them as fast as possible, because these things are like ticking time bombs. But I like just drawing 2 here. Cool. Ooh, that's scary. Sure. That's gonna find some creatures next turn. Oh no, they can activate this. Huh. Yep. And mill some strategic plannings. This game is kind of a joke. Like, I feel so sorry. My opponent's getting really unlucky over there. Another Gearhawk. So I can go contempt this, bounce this, and they die. Jace's defeat. No, Essence. Okay, that one was surprising. Yeah, that gets me. That gets me. If I had one more mana, I could duress before doing this, but Right. Yes, I passed the turn now. Currently feeling much more dead than I was last turn. In the face of these Minister activations. Nope, still no creatures. Okay. Still no creatures. I qualified for the PT by winning one of the Mox events. There's like, I can't remember what it was called, but one of those things. Mox Open, I think. Yeah, Mox Open. That's the one. I guess I just put counters on it and kill them next turn. In over 2 turns, right? This game is so surreal. No, they found a creature. Here comes the Ipnu Rivulet as well. Alright, this might be... I might have to disallow the Rivulet activation, honestly. And then bounce the Angel. Actually, like, not far from just decking them out, but I don't think that's realistic. I don't know. I don't know whether Mono Green should play the full playset of Gauta. It's a really tough question. It's a good question too. I think people are still kind of trying to work that one out. I definitely know whenever I play a mid-range deck, Gauta is the card I'm scared of, right? It's like all the other stuff you can kind of go toe-to-toe on. If they cast a Gauta, it's like brutal though. That one is very scary. And zombie tokens are things like... I don't understand your question, Chiaz. Okay, that is really good. And they still don't have any more creatures to bring back, apparently. This is one of the weirder games I've ever played. Oh god. We have a problem. We're probably still gonna lose this. The angel is probably gonna do us in here, sadly. If I block this, they get another 4/4 next turn. Another 5/5 even. Otherwise I just take 8. I guess I just take 8 and hope to rip removal for this. Opponent might have had lethal there. I didn't really bother doing the maths, I figured my opponent would do the maths for me. Interesting. So we're looking for that blink. Yep. That was awesome. Now we can blink the angel. If we do it in their turn, we play into a counter spell, but they might not be as aggressive with milling themselves and not hit an angel to attack us, another angel to attack us with. So I think I prefer passing. Their cards are known. Oh, are they? I'm being stupid. Yeah, we did Gonti them. It was ages ago though. I don't have it in the revealed card zone or anything. Also, we fielded after as well, so there's that too. Yep. So we bounce this. And we go to blocks. This takes 3. This gives them another 4/4, but we just get to block it next turn with the Gunty anyway. 1 angel, 1 refurbish, 2 lands. Okay, so we're a bit scared of the final angel then, I guess. Champion, they die, I think, with 1 card in the library. That was such a surreal game. Oh, they're just not activating using the ability. That makes sense. They've got 1 in the yard to return, but that's fine because they can't use the ability. We're shuffling back in the Scry, but we're taking a land out of our deck anyway. So, yeah. Just have to like cross our fingers here at the final card. We're pretty sure the final card isn't good though, based on what we know, right? They get to make 2 4/4s, but we still live as long as we block correctly. This game has been so weird. Like, we're actually just decking our opponent after being like the aggro for a while. Last card is commit memory, that would be brutal. Oh yeah, if it's a creature we just Essence Scatter, right? With the, if it's like an angel or something. Angel doesn't even do enough anyway. This is where they play Pride of Conquerors. Oh my god, that would be brutal. Well, 4-0. 4-0. Easy. I am gonna go get some more water. And also probably grab some food before the final match. Because I need some lunch. I've been streaming for like, what, 5 hours now? So some lunch would be good. I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. Then we'll be hopping into the 5th match, trying to go for the trophy with blue-black control. Back in a minute. Thank you everyone for being patient whilst I acquired some food. Alright, what have I missed in chat? Yeah, that game was Sweet Rock, for sure. Hey Sandro, I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, having a good stream. Like so many viewers today, it's really exciting. We're winning a lot with this blue-black deck. I'm kind of adoring it. I think we're now 9-0 with this deck. It just feels incredible. Like, how are you doing, Sandro? So I'm going to be eating lunch during this next match, so that is the thing that will be happening. Hopefully we can get that 5th win. I want another trophy. I know, right, Hogpog? Over 300 viewers is so exciting. Describe the taste. Oh my god. I've always been really bad at like describing the taste of food. I don't really know how to like put words to it. Once I'm back from the US, I might try more like weekend streams on Saturdays. What did we change so far? We're trying out a couple blink of an eyes in the main. They've been fine. I'm not convinced they're actually any better than Consign Oblivion though. We've yet to actually kick a blink of an eye. In the 4 matches we played, we've always just used it as a 2-mana bounce spell. So I think Consign Oblivion might just be better. What's the rationale behind the single Scarab God? The rationale is that I copied Waffo Tapper's list. I think the main rationale is that the Scarab God's at its best when you draw it really late and you already have Gearhulks in your yard and at least 9 mana. Because at that point, like, you just set up the hard lock, you play your Scarab God and have activation into Gearhulk disallow up. This hand is sketchy, but I'm going to keep. I've got Search that will help smooth things out. Yeah, it won't be happening until I'm back from the US, Amy, but like, I'm actually really enjoying this, and like, there's lots of viewers on a Saturday too, which is nice. Oh my god, Esper. Esper bad mana. They could also be like blue-black mid-range splash to fairy. Interesting. Can contempt the Siphon in next turn. I'm going to be in the US for about 3 weeks. I've got like a few different friends over there who I'm staying with, which makes the trip actually like not too expensive. It like actually doesn't cost me much more to stay out there like a bit longer than I was planning to originally, so it works out nicely. This does kill the Siphoner. This is tough. I want to like kill the Siphoner. I also want to hit my land drops though. And I've got an answer to the Siphoner anyway. I almost just want to bin this. Like, I can just contempt the Siphoner. Yeah, I just don't want to miss a land drop when I got Gearhulk in hand, I think. So I think binning that Fatal Push is fine. Like, we can still contempt this. We get punished by like a Syncopate, but otherwise we're pretty happy with the situation. I have to main phase this rather than do it in their turn because otherwise they draw a card. Awesome. This one is not very good against us. So we've already got our 5th land drop. So I know I said I didn't want to miss land drops, but I think I can bin this one and push us towards search flipping. Safely. Yeah. Cool. I'm just going to hold up Contempt here. I don't want to place Scarab God into a Teferi, and there aren't any creatures to reanimate anyway. So we're just going to sit on the Scarab God. Okay. Funky. I really don't want to spend a Contempt on one of these. I just can't bring myself to do that. This is going to flip soon though, and then we'll be able to find more answers anyway. So maybe we just want to be like trading our spells for our opponent's spells, with Search about to flip. Yes, that's reasonable. I wouldn't normally do this, but the fact that we have a Search on board kind of changes things, I think. We already have like an answer in hand, and we have this flipping soon. Oh, I should field them. You're right, Freed. I did not think of that. I should field them for the extra card, and then I'd get to flip Search this turn. I'm going to keep the Censor. I think it's an answer to Teferi. Should I kind of like... Oh no, we want it in the yard for the Search to flip though. Yeah, we're just going to put it in the yard. Just like want to make sure Search flips next turn. We've got the Gearhulk up to like Contempt Teferi anyway. Doomfall. I guess I just cast the Gearhulk so I don't give them the option. Get my 5/6 in play. And then like my Search is going to flip and I'm also going to have the initiative because I'm going to have like a big creature in play to their nothing. That's kind of reasonable. Could also just let this resolve, but I think they just leave me with the Scarab God, which isn't doing anything for a little while. So I think this makes sense to me. Props to our opponent for playing Doomfall, by the way. I think Doomfall's really well positioned at the moment. I think it's a very good card to have in your main deck. Oh my god, you're right, Freed. That was so bad. You're 100% right. I'm eating at the same time, yeah. So I didn't process that in time, but I had to field. Eating is distracting you. Yeah, this is Esper dudes, apparently. Alright, now we do this. Take away their actual black source. And they can just go find a swamp, but then they don't have double white without using the hub. And this just makes sure that if we see a good card off the Search, we can keep it. Oh, what? No! I'm so stupid. Of course they just take that. Okay. Okay. Hit them for 5. Put them to 10. We're still in a good position here, I think, but this can definitely go haywire. No, they can't Supreme Verdict me, yep. For many reasons. For many reasons they cannot Supreme Verdict me. Alright. Oh, we're actually going to lose this game. Because I didn't flip Search by fielding in my upkeep. Like, if we had as counteractive, we could probably never lose this game. That's pretty good. That is a good one. That is also a good one, but I wish we had like a an illumination in our yard for this Gearhulk. A bit of me just wants to like run out the Gearhulk and like keep hitting them, but they probably only have answers in hand. I kind of want to find like a divination for this Gearhulk. Just like casting the Gearhulk to kill a knight and trade of a removal spell sounds terrible to me when it's all we have going on. That one I might use my Gearhulk on. Just like contempt this thing. Am I attacking here? This exposes my Gearhulk to a COA. I could just pass the turn and use this to like block these knights forever. I'm kinda into that idea. Don't see any reason to expose this, my 5/6 wall, to a COA. Like, they almost certainly have an answer to it, so. Alright, they can have the chapel, I guess, because the hub's like decent with Siphoner. Oh my god. I wish we could just find like an illumination or glimmer. Make this game a lot easier. I think I have to attack Khan now. I don't think I can afford to play around COA any longer. Like, we just can't let them keep the Khan in play. Yeah, Esper Bros is definitely burying us. Oh wow, they just don't have a COA, huh. So I guess I missed out on 5 damage last turn, but that doesn't particularly matter. Right, we give them the Pathetic Balls. We can now find a cast out next turn to deal with our Gearhulk. Yep, that's also good. This game's just over, right? Yeah, I can't actually win this game, I'm too far behind, I think. The Scarab God active. I guess there's nothing for it to eat. So we've got that going for us. I suspect if I did the upkeep flip search trick off of the Field of Ruin, I would probably have won this game, but I did not do that. It's like a trick I need to bear in mind for the future, be more aware of. Like the fact that Gearhulk fights against search as well. No worries, Freed. It's fine. But also, like, if we hit a Gearhulk here, we're still in this, right? And, like, Gearhulk Contempt and, like, get something going. I think it's too late for this disallow. Alright, alright. This is pretty nice. Bounce the seal away. Hit this contempt. I think I'm just going to get rid of the Scarab God this turn. I can deal with the Khan next turn. I'm going to hold this Fetid Pools. I think we might want to cycle it fairly shortly. Yeah, this game Blink has been much better than Consign, for sure. This game Blink was much better than Consign. I want to give them, I might just give them the Knight of Malice instead of like the cycle land that can find them an answer. Like, the Knight of Malice just seems so bad on this board. If we're just leaving our Gearhawk back to block forever. Okay, Teferi is very strong. Yep, you can do that, Bob. That is one of the upsides of Consign, for sure. Although it doesn't come up that much. Like, you generally just want to be casting, like, divinations with your Gearhawks. So we can get rid of the Teferi by going Gearhawk, bounce Teferi, duress them. So I guess that's what we're doing. Watch the time. I am watching time. We'll be fine. We will be fine. I could cycle the Fetid Pools first for the extra info, I guess, before duressing. It doesn't play into like a Syncopate or anything like that. I'd be kind of surprised if they have Syncopate in their deck anyway. Yeah, this is very similar to the Waffo list. Oh my god, their hand's so bad. So we take the Teferi, they can only seal away one Gearhawk. The other Gearhawk can maybe deal with the Khan. We can push one of the Knights. I think we're probably favoured to win at the moment, based on what we know. Get rid of the Knight. Obviously we could try and like trick them into double blocking, but I think I just want to get that over with like immediately. Use my mana when I have like lots of divinations in hand. They had a seal away in hand, Hogpog, and we can find a counter spell for the seal away. Or duress for the seal away. Nice. So we take the seal away. We have 7 mana, so we can attack both at their face, then contempt the Khan, and have disallow up for next turn. Yeah, we're probably winning this. It's kind of absurd. This game did not feel winnable 5 minutes ago in any world. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the Khan because They need multiple cards to get out of this through our disallow, and Khan is a way they have access to multiple cards. We can just disallow this, right? And then we know they're dead. It's kind of adorable. Yeah, it's kind of absurd that we won this. It's kind of absurd. Gear Hulk, strong magic card. I love Gear Hulk too much. Alright, what are we doing? We want Duress, Negates, Spyglasses. I suspect Golden Demise is better than Fatal Push against the History of Benalia deck. Thanks, Selena. Thank you so much for the subscription earlier too. Hope the tidying goes okay. We're only 8 minutes behind on time too. Yep. Only 8 minutes, it's all fine. I guess Gonti is amazing. I'm not convinced I want Bloodfast. They have like History of Benalia, they actually pressure us a decent amount. We only have so much space in the deck too. I think I do want the Golden Demise. Maybe Gonti can just like do the work that Golden Demise would. Maybe we just like having some 2/3s is enough against their 2/2s. Is that legitimate? I don't know. I kind of like these. I'm a bit worried about Siphoner. Siphoner like creates some awkward tension. And we've only got like this stuff that answers it on the draw. On the draw, like they almost always get to draw a card off their Siphoner. Maybe Gonti's too so. I think Gonti's good. I like Gonti. It's very good against History of Benalia, I think. It's like one of my favourite cards against History. I think I want a couple Fatal Push on the draw. I'm a bit worried about Siphoner. One Scatter over Duress. I don't think I want to cut any Duress. I do think I want to make room for like 2 pushes though. Cut a Censor on the draw, and the Blink of an Eyes were amazing that game. But I don't know that it'll always be that great. I guess everyone has to exile the Gear Hulk, so whenever that happens, it sets up for a nice blink. Like, Blink of an Eye is the only reason we were in that game. What am I cutting? I'm just going to cut a draw 2, I think. Obviously they're good in the control mirror, but I think I'd rather be playing to the board. I don't want to go too low on pushes on the draw either, so... Because Siphoner is quite scary. This hand is very, very unexciting. Life in the red zone makes Magic so much more exciting. Do I wait a turn on this Duress? I might wait a turn on this Duress. Give them an extra turn to draw History. I guess I'm worried about this getting negated. If they go negate into History, it's kind of brutal. I'm just going to do this now. Oh wow, we get to take their Bloodfast too. Yeah, as Cantor as well is another reason to do this. We just take the Bloodfast, right? It's like the unbeatable card. Look at us being smart and leaving Fatal Push in. I could want to field them. I don't know. know. Like, not repping Disallow probably makes no difference to what they play. If they, like, tapped their Field of Ruin here, we'd want to field it. I'm going to hold up Kick to blink of an eye, rather than get down the Boneyard. Get them off blue mana. They do have an Ether Hub with energy. I think I'd rather save this field to answer their field, or potential as counters or something. Ooh, that's a nice one. Just gonna cast that. They have a duress when they want to resolve something. They're able to look at our hand beforehand anyway. So it's not like repping counter spells does much. Khan is great. History is awkward against Gonti, as anticipated. How are you feeling about blue-white Gearhulk control? I think it's a fine deck. I think Creatureless is maybe a touch better. I think I'd prefer to be playing Creatureless if I had to play a blue-white deck in the mocks. But I think I'm just going to get rid of this field whilst it's vulnerable and then cast Khan. But I think blue-white Gearhulk is still a very fine deck. Very reasonable to play. If they kill our Gonti, we can Fatal Push one of the knights, and then Khan will still kind of keep ahead of them. Gonti and Illumination. How sick is Blink of an Eye in, like, the mirror when people are Gontiing your Gearhulks and your Scarab Gods? You can just get them back. We can kill the Siphoner, so that's not too worrying. What am I doing with this Khan? Probably just plussing, like, forever and ever. We have another Gonti in exile. I kind of just want to plus, though. We don't know that they can even get this Gonti out of the way. I can save Khan life by -2ing. That's true. I'm not too concerned about that. I can't actually stop them. If they have a single removal spell, I can't stop them killing Khan anyway, right? Could just cast Illumination here. They're not going to play around counter spells anyway. If I hit like a negate, I'd probably rather hold it up than cast Search. Okay, just cast my Search then. Yeah, that's a big difference for the blue-white deck. Having no targets for Disintegration makes your red-black matchup way better, since like Disintegration is the best card in red-black. I will not put Contempt in the graveyard because I would like to exile that knight, keep my Khan on board. Awesome. 5-0. Oh my god, I'm so happy. We're just like 10-0 with this blue-black deck. It's so gas. I could search into Cycle plus Field to flip it. Yeah, I ended up getting that anyway, as it panned out. But, hey. So, another 5-0 with blue-black. This deck is fire. We got 2 5-0s yesterday in our 3 standard leagues, and 1 today. And we played 2 standard leagues today so far. 15 whole play points. Aren't we the luckiest? This list was... I think I prefer Blinks. I think I've decided Blink is a bit better than Consign. 10-0 testing done. Lock it in. Now, if I had to register a deck for the PT, like 10 minutes in the future, I would probably register this, but I need to try out a bunch of other stuff. I definitely like what this list is doing though, as far as like the context of the format is concerned. I think the blue-white control decks really apply a lot of pressure against the decks that would be bad matchups for this, which makes this deck a lot better. You could just play this Jackalope. This deck's really solid. The fact it doesn't play Khan is exciting too. Yep, this is just like all old cards. When's the PT? The PT's in 2 weeks' time. I kind of want to play another league with this almost.